about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Good, 180, 22. I'm coming for you, mine.
Mayfield on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Push him back. Kill, kill, kill.
Alert, 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 alert.
Kill, turn up. Showing that, showing that.
Blue draw quarters. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Done.
From the gun, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
61, matchbox lights. Scan 300, scan 300.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the safety crease.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
258. Number 53. Mike 53. Yeah. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. While we have a second, wanted to check in on how the first-year head coaches are doing, because Week 1 was not very kind to them. They went 1-6-1. Matt LaFleur was the only winner. But Week 2, not a ton better, Charles. They were 3-5.
And really not a surprise. And remember, Freddie Kitchens and Adam Gase squared off on Monday night with Freddie Kitchens and the Browns getting the victory. But Bruce Arians, Matt LaFleur, they won this week as well. But again, not a major surprise, because typically, if you're a new head coach, you took over a bad team. So you're just trying to build and get better. But Matt LaFleur right now, the clear winner, 2-0 in the early going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Watch the pass. Regular. Switch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Hurry. Hey, alert.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Come on, yo.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, let's get second. Jump out! He's checking quick.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
And again, it's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 99. 6-6. Pull it high.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they have.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Going up top, and he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 3, check that.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 180. Run. Hurry. 42. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
1st down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seibert's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. To throw is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 626.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got a man, that's Allison. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.